So hi guys, welcome back to the Women's Big Bash League 2025. It's match number 5 today. The match is between it's match number 5 today of Women's Big Bash League 2025. The match is between Melbourne Renegades women and Sydney Thunder women. 1 minute. Yeah, hi guys, welcome back to Women's Big Bash League 2025. It is match number 5 and the match is between Melbourne Renegades women and Sydney Thunder women today. Obviously Melbourne Renegades and Sydney Thunder, two powerhouses actually. It's happening at the Junction Oval Stadium in Melbourne. Melbourne Renegades obviously winning their first match against Brisbane Heat. Meanwhile, Sydney Thunder women lost against Hobart Hurricanes women. So Sydney Thunder will be looking to come back to winning ways today. Meanwhile, Melbourne Renegades will be looking to continue their winning momentum. So let's have a look at some pre-match stats. So if you look at the head-to-head between Melbourne Renegades women and Sydney Thunder women, in the last 10 matches, Melbourne Renegades are leading 7-3 against their arch rivals Sydney Thunder today. So Sydney Thunder women will be looking to better this head-to-head record today by getting a win in today's match. It's also important for Sydney Thunder to come back to winning ways today. So let's see, we are hoping for a really good game of cricket here. And hopefully the rain stays away and we can have a full game of cricket today. So it's happening at the Junction Oval Stadium in Melbourne. Players making their way out to the middle. Obviously, Melbourne Renegades winning the toss and electing to bowl first today. So Sydney Thunder women will be batting first. And both openers of Sydney Thunder are out in the middle. It's Georgia Vole and Phoebe Litchfield opening the batting for Sydney Thunder. Phoebe Litchfield is a fantastic player. We saw how she scored that century against India women in the Women's ODI World Cup semi-final. She can be very destructive. And let's see who is opening the bowling for Melbourne Renegades. So Charis Baker Charis Becker is opening the bowling for Melbourne Renegades women, and she's a left-arm spinner. So here we go, all in readiness. First ball of the match. Georgia Vole on strike. And that's on the pads. Flicked away by Georgia Vole, straight to short fine leg. A dot ball to start. Straight away a left-arm spinner to open the bowling. Very interesting decision. Tossed up, Georgia Vole comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. Sydney Thunder women also off the mark with a single. In fact, Litchfield has not come in. Wilson is actually opening the batting for Sydney Thunder. Thalia Wilson is opening batter alongside Georgia Vole, and that's nicely defended. Back to the bowler, another dot ball. So this is a good start here from Becker. And now Wilson goes down was looking to hit it down the ground, but I think it's gone off the leading edge probably, and it's gone away for 4 over the third man fielder. So the first boundary of the innings, and first boundary for Thalia Wilson. A beautiful shot over mid-on. The shot this time, it's pulled in the air and lands short of the fielder at deep mid wicket. And Thalia Wilson picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again. Georgia Vole comes down the wicket, drives it straight to covers. Fielder gets a hand on it. And Georgia Vole will pick up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder are 7 without loss after 1 over. So Illingworth is the new bowler into the attack now for Melbourne Renegades women. Georgia Vole is on strike. Here we go, Illingworth to Georgia Vole, second over. And that's on a good length, punch straight to point and a dot ball to start the over. A good start from Millie Illingworth. That's driven again straight to covers though. And another dot ball from Illingworth. So 2 dot balls to start this over. And this time it's short, it's pulled away, but straight to the fielder at short mid wicket. And another dot ball. That's on the pads. Pulled away this time. Deep square leg comes around. Does well. Excellent fielding at deep square leg. And is it a couple of runs? It's only a single for Georgia Vole. That could have been a couple of runs actually. But instead it's only a single. So Talia Wilson is back on strike. A shot and wide, that's cut in the air. Lands short of deep third man, and another single here for Talia Wilson. Just 2 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Really good bowling from Illingworth. The last ball of the over. It's driven in the air. 1 bounce to point. Another dot ball to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 9 without loss after 2 overs. So Charis Becker continuing into her second over, and that shot is pulled away by Talia Wilson. It's really good fielding at deep square leg. So another couple of runs to start the over. Shot again, pulled again, but straight to the fielder at mid wicket. So another dot ball. This time short and wide, cut away again. Oh, excellent fielding. The fielding has been really good again for Melbourne Renegades. Another dot ball here, pressure building on Sydney Thunder with all these dot balls. Tossed up this time. Oh, was that a missed stumping? Talia Wilson came down the wicket, missed it completely. Keeper has also missed it. Missed stumping opportunity. And they'll pick up a by single as well. Still 2 more deliveries left in this over. Georgia Vole is back on strike. Who looks to come down the wicket. And drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Previous delivery was a missed stumping opportunity. And this is what pressure can do. When you squeeze in a lot of dot balls, they'll try to do something out of the box. That's cut away again, straight to covers. And another dot ball to finish the over. So 3 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 12 without loss after 3 overs. So Illingworth is continuing into her second over. Talia Wilson on strike. Oh, that's cut away. It's in the gap. Ball is racing away. Oh, really good fielding at deep point. And another couple of runs for Talia Wilson to start the over. Davina Perrin, the fielder in the deep. The fielding has been really good from Melbourne Renegades already. It's short this time, pulled away, it's in the gap, and that'll run away for 4. This time Talia Wilson found the gap beautifully and picks up her second boundary of this innings as well for Sydney Thunder women. This time it's back of the length, and that's punched away straight to covers, and another dot ball from Illingworth. Ooh, that nipped back in, and Wilson gets it on the tie area. It's another dot ball. There are 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's short and wide, cut away, it's in the air, in the gap, and that'll run away for 4. 2 short, 2 wide from Illingworth. Second boundary in this over for Talia Wilson. The last ball of the over. And that's full again, driven straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 22 without loss after 4 overs. So there's a bowling change here. Georgia Wareham, the captain of the Melbourne Renegades women, is coming into the attack. Yeah, Wareham is a really good bowler. Georgia Bowl is on strike. Georgia bowling to Georgia. And straight away, short ball pulled away by Georgia Bowl straight to deep square leg. And picks up another single to start the over. Tossed up, and Talia Wilson going for the drive, inside edge, back to the bowler. Another dot ball. That's cut away. Ooh, the fielder lost it there. But then eventually it's gone towards deep extra covers, and another single for Talia Wilson. It's tossed up again. Georgia Bowl comes down the wicket and drives it straight to covers. And another dot ball from Wareham. Quicker ball, cuts it away. Georgia Bowl towards covers and picks up another single. Quick single there from Georgia Bowl. The last ball of the over coming up. That's short and that's pulled away. And oh, really good fielding at deep mid wicket. And Talia Wilson will pick up another couple of runs to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over from Georgia Wareham, and Sydney Thunder women are 27 without loss after 5 overs. So Flintoff is the new bowler into the attack. Need to see which Flintoff. Georgia ball on strike. Oh, that's a shocker. That's a wide down the leg side to start. Has to reload that one again. Tess Flintoff is the new bowler into the attack for Melbourne Renegades. Starts with a wide down the leg side. That's short and that's pulled away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. That's short and wide, cut away. Oh, was there a catching opportunity? Deandra Doughton not able to hang on to that, got a hand on it. But in the end, Talia Wilson picks up another single. So if you look at the statistics of both these opening batters of Sydney Thunder women, Talia Wilson has played 76 matches in her WBBL career so far. 56 innings, she has scored 890 runs with 250s at a strike rate of 94.58, highest score of 83 at an average of 19.77. And if you look at Georgia Vole, on the other hand, she has scored the most runs, 71 matches, 67 innings, 1248 runs with 3 half centuries, with the highest score of 97, strike rate of 116.52 and an average of 21.89. So if you look, the average of Georgia Vole 21.89 is higher than Talia Wilson. So that is why Georgia Vole is an important batter to watch out for. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. So I've just checked the statistics of both these opening batters. As a short ball is pulled away straight to short mid wicket, and another dot ball from Tess Flintoff. So last ball of the over, and that's a wide down the leg side. So Tess Flintoff has to reload that one again. Wide signalled by the umpire. So last ball of the over. And that's flicked away by Talia Wilson towards mid-wicket. Picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 33 without loss after 6 overs, and the power play has been completed. So Deandra Doughton is the new bowler into the attack for Melbourne Renegades women. Wilson on strike. Short and wide, cut away by Talia Wilson towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. Deandra Doughton is a really good bowler, really experienced bowler, no doubt about that. That's short and wide, cut away, it's past point, and that'll run away for 4. Too much width offered by Deandra Doughton, and Georgia Vole puts it away, picks up her first boundary of the day. It's also started to drizzle here. First boundary for Georgia Vole in this innings. It has started to drizzle. Don't know whether the players are going to go off. This time it's full. It's edged away towards deep third man. And that is really good fielding at deep third man. And Georgia Vole picks up another couple of runs. So they are batting well here, Sydney Thunder. I just hope that this rain can stay away. It's coming down heavily, this rain. That's a full delivery, driven again. That's past point. Where deep extra cover is there. Deep extra cover is there. Does well. Another single for Georgia Vole. Well, I think they have to go off sooner or later. It's raining out there. They are playing in the rain at the moment. Talia Wilson on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. I think they might take a call after this over probably. That's a full delivery. Driven again. Straight to covers. A dot ball from Deandra Doughton. So 1 more delivery left in this over, and then they might take a call whether to continue to play on or whether to go off. I think the drizzle has reduced a little bit. Last ball of the over coming up. That's a full delivery. It's flicked away towards mid-on. Oh, that's excellent fielding at mid-on. And Talia Wilson picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 42 without loss after 7 overs. So Georgia Wareham is continuing into her second over. And this time it's short and wide. Talia Wilson cuts it away straight to point. Again a dot ball to start the over. That's cut away again by Talia Wilson towards deep extra covers. Again, really good fielding. Fielding has been top notch from the Melbourne Renegades today. Another couple of runs for Talia Wilson. The good thing for Sydney Thunder women is that they are keeping their wickets in hand. They haven't lost many wickets, and the rain is becoming heavier at the moment. This time tossed up, comes down the wicket. Talia Wilson finds the gap. It goes towards deep extra covers. And Talia Wilson picks up another single. The umpires might just have to look at the situation now. I think the rain is becoming a little too heavy probably. Georgia Wall is back on strike. The rain is becoming a little bit heavy here. Still carrying on in the rain actually. And Georgia Wall sweeps. This might have found the gap. No, the deep mid wicket is there. And another single for Georgia Wall. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. And this time tossed up. Talia Wilson comes down the wicket, hits it straight down the ground. And long on, cuts it off. Another single for Talia Wilson. The last ball of the over. That's short this time, pulled away by Georgia Wall. Oh, it goes through. Deep square leg and races away for 4. Very rare occasion. A rare occasion where a misfield happened from the Melbourne Renegades fielders. 50 comes up for Sydney Thunder women with that boundary. It also brings up the 50-run partnership in 8 overs. So Tess Flintoff is back into the attack now. Oh, and that's on the pads. It's helped on its way by Talia Wilson towards deep fine leg. And picks up another single to start the over. And now I think the rain has eased off a little bit. Well, a very brave decision actually from the umpires to carry on. Despite the rain looking a little heavy that time. But now I think it has reduced. The second ball of the over coming up. That shot is pulled away by Georgia Wall in the gap. Another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries for Georgia Wall. And Sydney Thunder going along really well in their innings now. It's full this time, driven again through the covers. Oh, the fielder at deep extra covers does really well. And Georgia Wall picks up another couple of runs. It's full again, driven again. Oh, really good fielding at mid-off. But still Georgia Wall will pick up the single. So Talia Wilson is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That should be a wide down the leg side. It will be given as a wide. So Tess Flintoff has to reload that one again. Oh, goes for the big shot. It's high in the air. Could be out. Keeper coming underneath it. Takes the catch. And the first wicket goes down for Sydney Thunder women. Big shot attempted by Talia Wilson. Only managing to sky it up in the air. And the wicket keepers normally don't drop those kind of simple catches. So Tess Flintoff strikes for the Melbourne Renegades women. And a very important wicket because the opening partnership was looking really good for Sydney Thunder. It has been broken now. Simple catch for the wicket keeper, and Thalia Wilson has to go after scoring 30 runs from 30 balls, and Sydney Thunder women are 60 for 1 after 8.5 overs. So, Thalia Wilson has been dismissed, and the new batter to the crease is the dynamic Phoebe Litchfield. Last ball of the over. And Litchfield flicks it away and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Thalia Wilson. And Sydney Thunder women are 61 for 1 after 9 overs. So Deandra Doughton is back into the attack into her second over. Litchfield is on strike. Anyone remembers that century which Phoebe Litchfield scored in the Women's World Cup semi-final? Comes down the wicket, hits it in the air, past mid-on, and that'll run away for 4. So Phoebe Litchfield show has started. It's time to fasten the seat belts and watch some dynamic cricket shots being played. First boundary for Phoebe Litchfield today. That's full again, driven again by Litchfield towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. What a player this Phoebe Litchfield is. That century which she scored in the semi-final against India women, the Women's ODI World Cup, was one of the best. Yes, it ended up in a losing cause, but that was one of the best centuries you'll ever see from a youngster. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Georgia Bole is back on strike. It's full again, driven straight to covers, and another dot ball from Deandra Doughton. Slow ball, goes for the big shot, it's a top edge, and it will be out. Short third man completes the catch. Devina Perrin accepts the catch cleanly, and the second wicket goes down for Sydney Thunder women. It's a slow ball from Deandra Doughton which has done the trick. Georgia Bole looking for the big shot, not getting it anywhere near the middle of the bat. A top edge and a simple catch for short third man. And another wicket goes down here. Suddenly now 2 wickets down for Sydney Thunder. Georgia Bole is gone after scoring 26 runs from 25 balls, and Sydney Thunder women are 66 for 2 after 9.4 overs. So Sydney Thunder are 66 for 2 after 9.4 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. So Heather Knight is the new batter to the crease. Here's Deandra Totten. And that's flicked away by Heather Knight towards deep square leg. And Heather Knight gets off the mark with a single. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Ooh, just beats the outside edge of Phoebe Litchfield. And another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Georgia Vole. And Sydney Thunder women are 67 for 2 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So Coite is the new bowler into the attack now for Melbourne Renegades women. Heather Knight is on strike. And that's on the pads, flicked away by Heather Knight. It's going towards deep fine leg. And Heather Knight picks up another single. So good start here from Sarah Coite. Needs to get her line properly. Needs to bowl it in and around middle and off stump. The Phoebe Litchfield is on strike. That's on a good length. Defended down the ground. Another dot ball. And now Litchfield comes down the wicket, hits it over mid-off, and that'll run away for 4. That's a typical Phoebe Litchfield batting here. Coming down the wicket, advancing, hitting it over mid-off. Second boundary for Phoebe Litchfield in this innings. And this time that's driven away by Litchfield towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. That's back of the length, and that's punched down the ground to long on. And Heather Knight picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Litchfield on strike. Oh, slogs it leg side, inside edge towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 74 for 2 after 11 overs. So Georgia Wareham is continuing into her third over. It's still its rest. It has started to rain again. Heather Knight on strike. And that's a quicker ball. Heather Knight comes down the wicket, flicks it away leg side, and picks up another single to start the over. So now Australian bowling to Australian. Wareham bowling to Litchfield. And this time quicker ball punched away towards covers, and Litchfield picks up another single. And now the bowlers, fielders have all started to wipe the ball because it's becoming wet with all this drizzle around and the rain around. Third ball of the over coming up. Oh, comes down the wicket, misses it, and keeper also misses it, would you believe it? It's a miss stumping again. Could have had the third wicket there, but they'll pick up a single by single. But that should have been a stumping. The keeper is not able to collect the ball properly. He's missing it. And this time Litchfield moves across the stumps, but then defends it back to the bowler. A flatter delivery from Wareham results in another dot ball. And Litchfield comes down the wicket, hits it up in the air. There's no timing at all. Should be taken. It is. That's a big one. That's a huge wicket. The wicket of Phoebe Litchfield was... The pressure was building, and I think Phoebe Litchfield became desperate. Wanted to find the boundary, so came down the wicket. It was kind of a no-look shot attempted, but completely mistimed it. Only went up in the air, and a simple catch for the fielder at covers. And Georgia Wareham picks up a wicket finally. It's a big wicket. Phoebe Litchfield is gone after scoring 12 runs from 11 balls. And Sydney Thunder women are 77 for 3 after 11.5 overs. Well, what kind of a move this is? Chamari Attapattu coming in at number 5. She's an opening batter normally. She's supposed to be an opening batter, but coming in at number 5 now, Chamari Attapattu. A very good batter again. No doubt about that. One of the most experienced Sri Lankan women batters you'll ever see. So last ball of the over coming up. Chamari Atapattu on strike. Ooh, and that's tossed up. That's nicely defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the biggest wicket of Fobe Litchfield. And Sydney Thunder women are 77 for 3 after 12 overs. So Alice Capsey is the new bowler into the attack now for Melbourne Renegades. 8 overs left in this innings. Heather Knight is on strike. England bowler bowling to England batter. Heather Knight comes down the wicket, hits it over the top. And it's going across towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single to start the overs. Looking for the second there, but there's no second run available. Just a single to start the over. The Chamari Atapattu is back on strike. So now Capsey coming around the wicket to Chamari Atapattu. That's a flatter ball, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW, but I think that's sliding down leg. Umpire says not out. A dot ball nevertheless. That should be a wide down the leg side. It is given as a wide by the umpire. So Capsey has to reload that one again. This time flatter delivery, defended back to the bowler again. And another dot ball. Fourth ball of the over coming up. How is Boulder? Alice Capsey strikes back and gets the big wicket of Chamari Atapattu. A very struggling knock today, couldn't get off the mark. It was a quicker ball from Alice Capsey, too close to the body to cut. Chamari Atapattu went for the cut shot and has completely missed it and lost the top of her off stump. And the fourth wicket goes down here for Sydney Thunder. That was very too close to cut actually. Too close for comfort. And it's gone straight through Chamari Atapattu. Alice Capsey now strikes for Melbourne Renegades. Chamari Atapattu is gone for a 4-ball duck. And Sydney Thunder women in all sorts of trouble. 79 for 4 after 12.4 overs. So Anika Learoyd is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Thunder women. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's a quicker ball and Learoyd flicks it away leg side and gets off the mark with a single. Heather Knight is back on strike. The good news is that the sun has come out, which means that the rain has eased off. The last ball of the over. And that's on the pads. Heather Knight flicks it away leg side and picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Samaria Tapattu, and Sydney Thunder women are 81 for 4 after 13 overs. So Becker is back into the attack now for Melbourne Renegades women. Another 7 overs left in this innings, and Sydney Thunder have to start playing some shots. Becker coming around the wicket to Heather Knight, and that's cut away by Heather Knight straight to covers. Dot ball to start the over. And this time Heather Knight comes down the wicket, hits it straight down the ground, clears mid off, and that'll run away. 1 bounce. No, doesn't go for 4. Good fielding at long on. And another couple of runs for Heather Knight. Quicker ball is pulled away by Heather Knight towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. That's short and wide. Leroyd cuts it away straight to covers, and another dot ball. And this time tossed up again, and Leroyd comes. Oh, chance of run out! What was Leroyd trying to do? Came down the wicket and then just defended it back to the ball. I was looking for the run and then eventually makes it back in time. Or are they going to check the run out here? I think she has made it back. Yes, she has made it back. In fact, they didn't even take the bails off. Comedy of errors. Their last ball of the over coming up. That's short and that's pulled away, and that'll run away for 4. It will. Just beats the fielder at deep mid wicket and picks up the boundary to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and Sydney Thunder women are 88 for 4 after 14 overs. So they have taken the power surge. 6 more overs left in this innings. Deandra Doughton is back into the attack now. Heather Knight is on strike. And that's a full delivery. Heather Knight gives herself room, flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. And that's flicked away again by Leroyd towards deep square leg and picks up another single. And this time Heather Knight goes leg side, it's in the air, one bounce to deep square leg and another single for Heather Knight. 3 singles in this over, still 3 balls left. Oh, that's a fantastic Yorker appeal for LBW, but I think that's sliding down leg. They'll pick up another single, leg by signalled by the umpire. So 1 leg by as it is. Fantastic Yorker though from Deandra Doughton there. So 4 singles in this over, still 2 balls left. Heather Knight goes for a paddle shot, gets it over, short fine leg, that races away, 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4. Much needed boundary for Sydney Thunder. Finally Heather Knight picks up her first boundary of the day. The last ball of the over. And this time it's full driven. Finds the gap. Another boundary here for Heather Knight to finish the over. This time piercing the gap through covers. Back-to-back boundaries to finish that over. So 12 runs came from that over. 100 comes up for Sydney Thunder women. And Sydney Thunder women are 100 for 4 after 15 overs. So 5 more overs left in this innings. Sarah Coite is coming back into the attack now. Still has 3 overs left in her spell. Leroyd will be on strike. This partnership now 21 from just 14 balls between Heather Knight and Leroyd. And Coite now looking to come over the wicket to Leroyd. That's a full delivery, driven down the ground to mid-off. They're going for the quick single. A fumble by the fielder at mid-off allows the single to be completed. If the fielder had gathered that cleanly, there could have been a chance of a run out, but she fumbled it. Single completed. And now Heather Knight is back on strike. And now Heather Knight comes down the wicket, hits it in the air. Was that a catching, or was that a cotton bowled opportunity? Coite not able to hang on to that, and Heather Knight picks up another single. 2 singles to start the over. Leroyd is back on strike. And this time Leroyd gives herself room, heaves it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. and picks up another single. That's a full toss. Heather Knight sweeps it away leg side. It's gone all the way for 6 over deep square leg. Fantastic shot from Heather Knight. Well, the umpires are having a look at the... umpires are maybe checking whether it's gone the whole way or not. But I think that's gone for 6. We need to have a look at this. Yes, it's gone on the full. So first 6 of the innings, it comes to the bat of Heather Knight. Beautiful shot. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Mid-on comes up now. But that's short and that's swept away by Heather Knight. Oh, really good fielding. Excellent fielding, excellent dive at deep mid-wicket. And another single for Heather Knight. So 1 more delivery left in this over. Leroyd is back on strike. Last ball of the over. And that's full. It's 8 over it off and that'll run away for 4 as well. So 6, 1 and 4 to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 114 for 4 after 16 overs. So 4 more overs left in this innings. Can they push towards 150? Georgia Wareham is into her last over now. Heather Knight is on strike. Oh, that's cut away towards short third man. And Heather Knight picks up another single to start the over. And this time Leroyd comes down the wicket, sweeps it away, but towards short fine leg and picks up yet another single. So 2 singles to start the over. And again tossed up. Heather Knight comes down the wicket and swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Ooh, goes for the sweep shot, another inside edge towards short fine leg and another single. The 4 singles in this over, still 2 balls left. Tossed up again, Leroyd goes big, it's high in the air, fielder coming underneath it, takes the catch at long on. And Wareham strikes again, breaks the partnership. In fact, it's not Leroyd, it's Heather Knight who is walking back. Was looking for the big shot, was looking for the 6 again, but this time couldn't get hold of it. Got the elevation, but didn't get the distance. And a simple catch down at long on. Alice Capsey doesn't make a mistake on that one. Second wicket for Georgia Wareham today. Half the side back in the pavilion for Sydney Thunder. Heather Knight is gone after scoring 30 runs from 20 balls, and Sydney Thunder women are 118 for 5 after 16.5 overs. So Laura Harris is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Thunder. One more delivery left in this over. So last ball of the over coming up. And Laura Harris moves across the stump, sweeps it away. It's past fine leg, and that runner runs away for 4. What a first shot to play. Straight away coming to the crease, and Laura Harris gets off the mark with the boundary of the very first ball she faces to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over, including the big wicket of Heather Knight, and Sydney Thunder women are 122 for 5 after 17 overs. So Illingworth is back into the attack, continuing into her third over. And that's on the pads, flicked away by Leroyd towards the deep square leg, and picks up another single to start the over. This time it's short, it's pulled away, but straight to short fine leg. One bounce to short fine leg. And another dot ball from Illingworth. Ooh, this time goes for the reverse sweep, gets it past the fielders, and that'll run away for 4. What a shot that is! From Laura Harris, pulls out the reverse sweep out of absolutely nowhere and picks up her second boundary in this innings. This is fantastic batting. This time goes big, it's in the slot, and it's taken at long on. So Alice Capsey again at long on takes a simple catch, and Illingworth picks up the big wicket of Laura Harris. Was looking to go for the big shot this time, couldn't get the elevation, couldn't get the distance, and a simple catch actually at long on once again. The catching and the fielding of Melbourne Renegades have been really good today. 6th wicket goes down for Sydney Thunder. Laura Harris is gone after scoring just 8 runs from 4 balls, and Sydney Thunder women are 127 for 6 after 17.4 overs. So Hazrat Gill is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Thunder. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Well, that's a short ball. It's pulled in the air. Down towards deep fine leg. And Hazrat Gill gets off the mark with a single. So last ball of the over. And this time Leroyd comes down the wicket in the air, lands short of mid-off. And Leroyd picks up another single to finish the over. The 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Laura Harris. And Sydney Thunder women are 129 for 6 after 18 overs. So 2 more overs left in this innings. Alice Capsey is back into the attack. Ooh, full delivery, inside edge, back to the bowler. Dot ball to start the over. Comes down the wicket, looks to flick it away, gets it on the pads. And another dot ball. This time it's straight. It's straight down the ground. No one there. And a boundary for Leroyd. Came down the wicket, hit it dead straight. You can't set a field for a shot hit straight down the ground like that. Picks up her 3rd boundary of this innings. Picks up her 3rd boundary in this innings. So 3 more deliveries left in this over, and Leroyd starting to become a little aggressive. This time goes big. How big? It's gone long enough. 6. Clears deep square leg. A flat 6 from Leroyd. And Sydney Thunder looking to push towards 150, 160 here. Leroyd picks up her first 6 in this innings. And this time it's a fuller delivery. Leroyd drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. And that swung away leg side towards deep mid wicket. And another single for Leroyd to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over. And Sydney Thunder women are 140 for 6 after 19 overs. So Deandra Doughton bowling the last over. And the shot is pulled away by Leroy to in the gap. And a boundary to start the over. Punished by Leroy. She's batting really well here for Sydney Thunder towards the end of this innings. Picks up the boundary to start the last over. The second ball of the over. That's full again. It's driven in the air straight into the hands of covers. And Deandra Doughton strikes back the big wicket of Leroy. And finally, this partnership has been broken. Deandra Doughton picks up the wicket. Deandra Doughton picks up her second wicket of the day. It was fuller this time. And all Leroy could do was just slice it in the air straight into the hands of Georgia Wareham at covers. But a good knock from Anika Leroy. She is gone after scoring 31 runs from 21 balls. And Sydney Thunder women are 144 for 7 after 19.2 overs. So Peschel is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Thunder. Here's Deandra Doughton, third ball of the over. And it's a fantastic yorker, and Peschel drives it towards point and gets off the mark with a single. Tanali Peschel gets off the mark with a single. There's 3 more deliveries left in this innings. Hazrat Gill is back on strike. And fuller delivery swung away towards mid-wicket. And a chance of a run out was there. Oh my God. What did Deandra Doughton do? Couldn't collect the ball. It's easy chance of a run out. But she has missed it. And Hazrat Gill completes the single. All Deandra Doughton had to do was collect and take the stumps off. She couldn't do that. Easy run out has been missed. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's another full delivery. Peschel comes down the wicket, drives it towards covers and picks up another single. So last ball of the innings coming up. A boundary will take Sydney Thunder women past 150. Can they get there? So last ball of the innings. Hazrat Gill on strike. That's a full toss. Gill swings it down the ground to mid-on and picks up just a single to finish the innings. So 8 runs came from that last over. 8 runs came from that last over, including the wicket of Anika Leroy. And Sydney Thunder finished their full quota of 20 overs on 148 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. And considering the start which they got, I think they should have pushed towards 160, 170. Maybe they will feel that they are 10 to 20 runs short probably. But still 148 for 7 can be a tricky score. If you look at that innings, Heather Knight scored 30 runs from 20 balls. Talia Wilson scored a run ball 30 runs. And then towards the end, Anika Leroy scoring 31 runs from 21 balls. Even Georgia Vole scored 26 runs from 25 balls, but nothing much from the other batters. It was a really good bowling performance from Melbourne Renegades. Actually, Georgia Wareham, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 25 in her 4 overs. Illingworth 1 for 19 in her 3 overs. Tess Flintoff 1 for 16 in her 2 overs. And Deandra Doughton with 2 for 34 in her 4 overs. Alice Capsey bowling 2 overs, 1 for 15 as well. And the Renegades have restricted Sydney Thunder women to 148 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. So the Melbourne Renegades women, when they come out to bat, will need 149 runs to win from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase. Melbourne Renegades women need 149 runs to win from their full quota of 20 overs. It's been a good bowling performance from the Melbourne Renegades bowlers. It's now up to the batters to chase this down. Obviously there was some rain threat in between, but then the rain gods relented and the first innings happened fully. So Devina Perrin is opening the batting. She had a fantastic women's 100 tournament before this. Devina Perrin and Courtney Webb are opening the batting for Melbourne Renegades. Shabnim Ismail with a new ball, first ball of the run chase, and that beats the outside edge of Devina Perrin. A dot ball to start. Shabnim Ismail is a very experienced bowler for the Sydney Thunder and for South Africa and many other teams which she has played in her career so far. So second ball of the innings. Oh, that's edged and that goes away towards deep third man, beats deep third man into the boundary for 4. So Melbourne Renegades off the mark. Devina Perrin off the mark with a boundary. This is exactly what she is capable of. Devina Perrin can be a dangerous batter. Starts with a boundary. Third ball of the over coming up. It's driven again and that's racing away again. Another boundary. Once again full and wide from Shabnim Ismail. Committing the same mistake, bowling full and wide. And Devina Perrin is so strong with the drive. So good with the drive. Picks up another boundary here. Ooh, that's a much better delivery on the stumps. Devina Perrin defends it back to the bowler. And another dot ball from Shabnim Ismail. Well, that's full again. This time it's hit straight down the ground. And another boundary here for Devina Perrin. Third boundary in this over. Once again, too full from Shabnim Ismail. Devina Perrin is too good a batter to miss out on that. Hits it straight back over the bowler's head. And picks up another boundary. Last ball of the over. And it's sliced in the air. This could be out. Fielder coming underneath it. Takes the catch. It covers. And Shabnim Ismail strikes. For Sydney Thunder is the big wicket. The big wicket of Devina Perrin. Looking to go for the fourth boundary in this over. But not able to get enough timing on it. Only managing to sky it in the air. And that's a big catch actually. It covers. Very important catch. Which sees the end of the dangerous Devina Perrin. Devina Perrin is gone after scoring 12 runs from 6 balls. And Melbourne Renegades women are 12 for 1 after 1 over. So Alice Capsey is the new batter to the crease. Is it Alice Capsey? Yeah, Alice Capsey is the new batter to the crease, but she's at the non-strikers end now. Courtney Webb is on strike. Samantha Bates is the new bowler into the attack for Sydney Thunder women. And that's a good delivery on the stumps, defended towards mid-wicket. Dot ball to start the over. It's tossed up again, and Courtney Webb comes down the wicket, hits it back to the bowler, got a hand on it, it's gone through the bowler, and Courtney Webb gets off the mark with a single. It's basically like two new batters at the crease now because Devina Perrin got dismissed after scoring 12 runs. Oh, that's a quicker ball, and Capsey goes on the back foot, defends it towards covers. Another dot ball from Samantha Bates. Tossed up this time. Let's punch to the back foot, straight to point. Another dot ball here. Two more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, looks for the cut, misses it. Quicker ball again from Samantha Bates, and another dot ball, starting to drizzle again. Oh my god, this rain is playing hide and seek at the moment. Last ball of the over is driven again straight to point. Another dot ball to finish the over. One run came from that over. One run came from that over, and Melbourne Renegades women are 13 for 1 after 2 overs. Well, this is an interesting decision now. Georgia Vole is the new bowler into the attack for Sydney Thunder. Courtney Webb is on strike. And Courtney Webb comes down the wicket, slices it in the air, gets it over covers. It won't reach the boundary, but Courtney Webb will pick up another couple of runs to start the over. Well, the drizzle is getting heavier again. Remember, 5 overs have to be bowled in the second innings. That's cut away, straight to covers. Another dot ball from Georgia Vole. Oh, comes down the wicket, slices it in the air, could be out, I think. It is. Catch taken at covers. Courtney Webb once again playing one shot too many, looking to come down the wicket. Only slicing it up in the air. And Phoebe Litchfield, I think, has taken the catch at covers. Second wicket goes down. Georgia Vole, the move to bring Georgia Vole into the attack has worked dramatically well for the Sydney Thunder. Suddenly now 2 down, Melbourne Renegades. Courtney Webb is gone after scoring 3 runs from 5 balls, and Melbourne Renegades women are 15 for 2 after 2.3 overs. We need to keep a look at the Duckworth Lewis score as well after 5 overs. If 5 overs are bowled, there will be a result in this match for sure, even if rain interrupts play. Duckworth Lewis will come into the play. Duckworth Lewis will come into the picture. Oh my God, they are checking the no ball. Has Georgia Hole overstepped here? Well, the new batter has already come out. They have given it as out. New batter to the crease now, Stellenberg. Naomi Stellenberg is the new batter to the crease. Oh my God, the rain has become much more heavier now. That's a quicker ball, punched away straight to point, and another dot ball from Georgia Ball. The rain has become heavier here. They need to bowl 2 more overs after this to constitute a result. That's tossed up, driven down the ground. Oh, good fielding, excellent fielding by Georgia Ball. And another dot ball. Excellent fielding by Georgia Ball of her own bowling. So last ball of the over coming up. The rain has become heavy, I'm sorry. That's a short ball. It's pulled away by Stellenberg towards deep square leg, and Naomi Stellenberg gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Courtney Webb, and Melbourne Renegades women are 16 for 2 after 3 overs. Well, the rain has become heavier now, I think. The umpires have to take a decision. Two more overs need to be bowled for the match to constitute a result. Well, the umpires are deciding to carry on here. This is something very interesting here. Even in the first innings, we saw the umpires decided to carry on despite some heavy rain, and now again they are trying to do the same thing. They need to bowl 2 more overs. They need to be quick here, Sydney Thunder. Here's Shabnim Ismail bowling the 4th over of this innings. And it's driven, it's sliced, edged away towards deep third man. And Stellenberg picks up the single to start the over. So Alice Capsey is back on strike. What is the Duckworth Lewis score? That is the big question. Second ball of the over from Shabnim Ismail. That's cut away by Capsey, straight to covers. Another dot ball from Shabnim Ismail. They got off to a really good start, Melbourne Renegades, but have tapered off ever since. Third ball of the over. That's full, and Capsey goes over the top. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the boundary for 4 towards deep mid wicket. Beautiful shot from Alice Capsey and a much needed boundary for Melbourne Renegades women. Alice Capsey gets off the mark with a boundary. That's a short ball at the top edge, and it clears the keeper, lands safely, and Alice Capsey picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. The umpires are carrying on despite the rain. Rain almost became so heavy, but still the umpires are refusing to go off. Stallenberg is on strike now. And Stallenberg gives herself room, defends it towards covers. Another dot ball from Shabnim Ismail. One more over needs to be bowled after this to constitute a result. So it's basically 7 balls left. If they can bowl the 7 balls, even if they go off due to heavy rain, there will be a result in the match. Last ball of the over. Ooh, looking to cut it away. Inside edge towards deep fine leg. And Stallenberg picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 23 for 2 after 4 overs. So Chamari Attapattu is the new bowler into the attack now for Sydney Thunder women. Stallenberg is on strike. Attapattu coming over the wicket. Ooh, and that's uphill from LBW. Look straight, finger goes up. And another wicket goes down here for Renegades. Naomi Stallenberg doesn't even bother to review that. She's walking back. She knows she's missed a straight delivery there. It would have crashed into middle and leg. And what a start to this over for Chamari Attapattu. Nicely tossed up. Spinning back in. And Stallenberg missing it. Getting hit on the pads. I'm afraid Renegades might be behind the Duckworth-Lewis score. The way it's going. Naomi Stallenberg is gone after scoring just 3 runs from 7 balls, and the Melbourne Renegades women are 23 for 3 after 4.1 overs. So Georgia Wareham is the new batter to the crease. Second ball of the over coming up. And that's driven towards covers by Georgia Wareham. Straight to the fielder. Another dot ball from Chamari Attapattu. I think Melbourne Renegades, in terms of the Duckworth-Lewis method, they might be in trouble. They might be behind the score, which won't help them if the rain decides to come down much heavier. That's driven again down the ground towards long off, and Georgia Wareham gets off the mark with a single. Elise Capsey is back on strike. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Is starting to wipe the ball regularly. That's cut away by Capsey. Finds the gap. And that'll go away for 4. That's much needed for Melbourne Renegades, considering the situation, considering the Duckworth-Lewis situation as well. A very important boundary from Alice Capsey. Beautifully cut away through the offside for 4. I think the rain has eased off now. 2 more deliveries left in this over. We will have a result in this game. That's cut away again. Oh, just short. Lands just short of point. And another dot ball from Chamari Attapattu. Last ball of the over coming up. a fuller delivery this time, and Alice Capsey drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Naomi Stallenberg. And Melbourne Renegades women are 29 for 3 after 5 overs, and there will be a result in this game officially now. Well, the rain threatened to come down. It threatened to interrupt play, but the umpires decided to continue playing in the rain, and they have somehow managed to get the result out of this game. Samantha Bates now is back into the attack and is tossed up this time. Capsey drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. Duckworth-Lewis par score after 5 overs is 45. Melbourne Renegades women are well behind the Duckworth-Lewis par score. So if rain is to interrupt play and wash out play now, Sydney Thunder will end up winning this match. The Renegades have to buck up and score big. That's a quicker ball. Wareham cuts it away towards covers and picks up a quick single. Picks up another quick single. Let's cut away again, this time by Capsey towards covers and picks up another single. The 3 singles in this over, still 3 more deliveries left. Fantastic bowling here from Sydney Thunder bowlers. Samantha Bates now bowling really well. Another quicker ball is punched away towards covers, and Wareham picks up another single. These singles are not going to hurt Sydney Thunder at all. That's another quicker delivery on the stumps, punched away towards covers, and a valuable dot ball from Samantha Bates. The last ball of the over, and comes down the wicket. Capsey hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. Another good over for Sydney Thunder. 5 runs came from that over, and the Melbourne Renegades women are 34 for 3 after 6 overs, and the power play has been completed. So Peschel is the new bowler into the attack now for Sydney Thunder women. Tanail Peschel. And starts with a dot ball to Alice Capsey. Another good delivery to start the over. The second ball of the over coming up. And that's on the pads. It's pulled away by Alice Capsey down towards deep square leg. Oh, that's really good fielding. Really good fielding at deep square leg, and another couple of runs for Alice Capsey. This time a fuller delivery is flicked away by Capsey towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball. And now Capsey comes down the wicket, chips it in the air, just clears the fielders. And a good fielding by Samaria Tapatu, slides and stops it. Another couple of runs for Alice Capsey. Two more deliveries left in this over. Required run rate is 8.32 already. That's a wide down the leg side. So Peschel has to reload that one again. Oh, that's in the slot, and Alice Capsey goes down the ground, clears the boundary. Just about clears the boundary. It's all the way for 6, straight down the ground. Was in the slot from Peschel. And the first 6 of this innings. The first 6 of this innings comes to the bat of Alice Capsey. A much needed 6 for Melbourne Renegades women. The last ball of the over. And a shot is pulled away by Capsey towards deep mid-wicket. And picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over from Peschel. And Melbourne Renegades women are 46 for 3 after 7 overs. There's some sunshine now as we see a bowling change here. I don't even know the new bowler name. We need to see that. It's reverse sweep from Capsey towards deep point. And a boundary to start the over. It's Hazrat Gill, who is the new bowler into the attack. And a boundary to start the over. 50 comes up for Melbourne Renegades women. A beautiful reverse sweep there from Alice Capsey. And this time goes for the reverse sweep again, but not able to make connection. Dot ball this time from Hazrat Gill. What works once won't work multiple times, hence proved. $50 coming up in 7.2 overs. Melbourne Renegades are 50 for 3. Let's cut away again, straight to point. Another dot ball from Hazrat Gill. That's tossed up, and Alice Capsey flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. That's short and wide. Cut away again. It finds the gap. And that'll race away for 4 as well. Short and wide this time from Hazrat Gill. And Georgia Wareham finally picks up her first boundary of the day. Cuts it away beautifully in the gap. Last ball of the over. And that's tossed up. And a little bit of an inside edge towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 55 for 3 after 8 overs. So Georgia Vole is into her second over, continuing into the attack into her second over. Georgia, Alice Capsey on strike. And it's a full toss. Capsey hits it leg side. 1 bounce to deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. That's shot this time, pulled away again by Wareham towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Ooh, quicker ball. Capsey going for the drive and missing it. Dot ball from Georgia Vole. And this time Capsey comes down the wicket, hits it in the air towards deep square leg, catch taken! Alice Capsey has to go, Georgia Vole strikes again. Was looking for the big shot, was looking to clear the boundary, Alice Capsey, but didn't get enough didn't get enough distance on it. Shabnam Ismail completes the catch at deep mid wicket. And Vole picks up her second wicket. What a big wicket this is. Alice Capsey was looking really good. But unfortunately she has to go. The 4th wicket goes down here for the Melbourne Renegades women. They're getting into further trouble. Simple catch for Shabnam Ismail at deep mid wicket. So Alice Capsey is gone after scoring 30 runs from 27 balls, and Melbourne Renegades women are 57 for 4 after 8.4 overs. So Deandra Doughton is the new batter to the crease for the Melbourne Renegades women. And there's a fuller delivery driven by Deandra Doughton straight to covers. And another dot ball from Georgia Vole. Deandra Doughton has to play a special knock today if Melbourne Renegades are to get over the line. Last ball of the over. That's short and wide. Cut away by Deandra Doughton towards deep extra covers. And Deandra Doughton gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the big wicket of Alice Capsey. And Melbourne Renegades women are 58 for 4 after 9 overs. So Hazrat Gill continuing into her second over, and that's tossed up. Deandra Doughton drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. That's a quicker ball cut away by Wareham. Straight to covers. And another dot ball. Oh, that's a quicker ball. It's placed beautifully in the gap by Wareham. That races away for 4 towards deep point. Just placed it. Used the pace of the bowler. Was a quicker ball from Hazrat Gill. And Wareham placed it beautifully. Picks up her second boundary in this innings. That's shot this time. It's pulled away in the gap. Oh, beats the fielder at deep square leg into the boundary. So back-to-back boundaries from Georgia Wareham. Can be a very dangerous batter. Georgia Wareham has the capability of turning the game around in a matter of few overs. And that is exactly what Wareham is trying to do. Moves to 16 from just 10 balls now. And this time it's a quicker ball again. It's cut back to the bowler. And another dot ball from Hazrat Gill. So last ball of the over coming up. And if you keep bowling short like that, Wareham will keep finding the gap. Another boundary towards deep mid-wicket. 3 boundaries in that over. An expensive over from Hazrat Gill. 13 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are back on track. They are 71 for 4 after 10 overs at the halfway mark. And it's also the time for the drinks break. We come to the end of the drinks break. Chamari Atapattu is back into the attack. And that's a flighted ball. Deandra Doughton drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. That's tossed up again, and Wareham hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. 2 singles to start this over. Oh, that's a full delivery again, driven straight to covers. And another dot ball from Chamari Atapattu. That's a full toss, and that's it back down the ground. Oh, a little bit of a misfield, but it doesn't cost much. It's another dot ball. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And Deandra Doughton goes big. It's high. And it will be out. It is taken at the deep mid wicket by Shabnam Ismail again. And another wicket goes down. Pressure was building. 2 dot balls. Deandra Doughton decided to go big and has holed out at deep mid wicket. What a bowler Chamari Atapattu is turning out to be. Picks up her second wicket, inviting the big shots and picking up wickets. And unfortunately, Deandra Doughton not able to make a big contribution today. Half the side back in the pavilion now for Melbourne Renegades women. Deandra Doughton is gone after scoring just 3 runs from 7 balls. And Melbourne Renegades women are 73 for 5 after 10.5 overs. So Faltham is the new batter to the crease for Melbourne Renegades women. Last ball of the over coming up. Nicole Faltham is the new batter to the crease for the Melbourne Renegades women. Last ball of the over. And that's a full delivery. Nicole Faltham flicks it straight to short mid wicket. Another dot ball to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Deandra Doughton. And Melbourne Renegades women still in a little bit of trouble, 73 for 5 after 11 overs. So Peschel now is back into the attack here into her second over. Georgia Wareham is on strike. Ooh, what a beauty of a delivery to start. Beats the outside edge of Wareham. Squares her up completely and a dot ball to start the over. Not much batting left after this. So Renegades have to be careful. If Thunder can get the wicket of Wareham, I think they'll feel that they have more than a big chance of winning this match. Second ball of the over coming up. And that's a full delivery driven down the ground to mid off. And another single for Georgia Wareham. Nicole Faltham on strike. And that's back of the length. Defended back to the bowler. Another dot ball. And now Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket, hits it in the air, and down the ground, one bounce, into the boundary for 4. So much needed boundary. Nicole Faltham decided she's going to advance down the wicket to the bowler and then hit it over the top. Gets off the mark with a boundary. Two more deliveries left in this over. And this time Nicole Faltham gives herself room, drives it towards covers, and another dot ball. The last ball of the over. Full toss, and Nicole Faltham finds the gap again. One bounce into the boundary for 4. No, poor delivery from Peschel to finish that over. A loose delivery put away to the boundary. 9 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 82 for 5 after 12 overs. And to make matters worse, it's also a no ball. No ball free hit. Free hit delivery coming up. And Nicole Faltham goes in the air again with no timing at all. Catch will be taken at covers, but it's a free hit. So Nicole Faltham picks up another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over, and Melbourne Renegades women are 84 for 5 after 12 overs. The last ball, unfortunately, was a waist high no ball from Peschel. That's why the free hit delivery. 11 runs came from that over. Productive over for Melbourne Renegades. Is still needing 65 to win from the last 8 overs, which is very much gettable. The Georgia Vole is continuing into her 3rd over. Nicole Faltham is on strike. And Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket, walks at the bowler and hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. And that's a short ball. It's pulled away by Wareham towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This time quicker ball punched back to the bowler. Dot ball from Georgia Vole. That's well bowled. 3 more deliveries left in this over. And this time Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket, hits it up in the air. The ball lands safely. Long on. Cuts it off, and another couple of runs for Nicole Faltham, but very lucky for the ball to land safely there. Nicole Faltham keeps the strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And this time it's hit in the air again, down towards long on, 1 bounce to long on. And another single for Nicole Faltham. So last ball of the over, Georgia Vole coming around the wicket to Wareham. And Wareham flicks it away leg side, it's in the air towards deep mid wicket. And Georgia Wareham picks up another single to finish the over. The 6 runs came from that over, and Melbourne Renegades women are 90 for 5 after 13 overs. So Chamari Atapattu is continuing here into her 3rd over. And Wareham gives herself room, hits it over covers, that will race away for 4. Timely boundary for the Renegades. Georgia Wareham starts the over with a boundary. Now the equation down to 55 from 41 is looking more gettable for Renegades now. Oh my god, it's a full toss and that's put away. How far? It's gone far enough. 6. Poor delivery from Chamari Atapattu. I don't know whether it slipped out of her hands. It's also given as a no ball to make matters worse. No ball, free hit. Goodness gracious me. Once again, an above waist high no ball. The 100 comes up for Melbourne Renegades in just 13.1 overs. Free hit delivery coming up, just 48 needed from 41 deliveries. Here's the free hit ball. That's a full toss. Wareham hits it straight down the ground. And long on does well. Georgia Wareham picks up another single. Nicole Faltham is back on strike. Chamari Atapattu, after having bowled so well, has started this over in a very expensive way. That's punched away off the back foot straight to covers. Another dot ball from Atapattu. And this time tossed up. Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket, drives it down the ground to long off, and picks up another single. That's shot this time, pulled away by Georgia Wareham towards deep mid wicket, and will pick up another couple of runs here. Expensive over this for the Thunder. 15 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. One more over like this and Renegades will be favourites to chase this down. They are already favourites. They are already looking favourites. Last ball of the over. And that's just gently flicked down the ground by Wareham towards long on. picks up another single to finish the over. 16 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 106 for 5 after 14 overs. So 43 runs needed from the last 6 overs. Samantha Bates is back into the attack now. Has good figures of none for 6 in her 2 overs. Wareham is on strike. Looking for the sweep shot and inside edge onto the pads. And a dot ball to start the over. That's short and wide, cut away, down the ground. In fact, finds the gap, finds the boundary. What placement from Georgia Wareham once again. It didn't look as though she had got enough power on it, but it somehow found the gap. Picks up another boundary here, now down to 39 from 34. And this time Wareham sweeps it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. This partnership now 38 from 22 balls between Nicole Faltham and Georgia Wareham, and it's putting the Melbourne Renegades into a comfortable position to chase this down. Tossed up again, a little bit of an inside edge towards short fine leg, and they'll complete a quick single. Wareham is back on strike, but this is what Georgia Wareham can do. This is why she can be so dangerous with the bat. 43 from just 25 balls for Georgia Wareham. That shot is pulled away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. The last ball of the over. Nicole Faltham sweeps. Short fine leg does well. Oh, in fact, a misfield. Just as I was saying that she did well, a misfield allows an extra run to be completed. Couple of runs to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 115 for 5 after 15 overs, needing another 34 runs to win from the last 5 overs. So Georgia Vole is going to bowl out. She's into her last over. Sydney Thunder women in desperate need of a wicket here. Georgia Wareham is on strike. 5 overs left, 34 needed for Renegades. Georgia Vole coming around the wicket, but it doesn't matter. Wareham sweeps, leg side, gets it past the fielders and into the boundary for 4 towards deep square leg. What a way to start the over from Georgia Wareham. Picks up her 7th boundary in this innings. Moves to 48 now from 27 balls. This is a fine innings. Superb innings from Georgia Wareham. And this time it's tossed up again and Wareham hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. And now with the equation just over a run a ball, this should be An easy run chase. Nicole Faltham on strike. That's short and wide. Cut away. Clears. The fielder covers. That'll run away for 4 as well. Second boundary in this over. Now the equation is under a run a ball. 25 needed from 27. Nicole Faltham picks up her third boundary in this innings, and the 50 partnership also comes up between Nicole Faltham and Georgia Wareham. Partnership is now 51 from 28 balls. Fantastic partnership. So Georgia Wall back over the wicket, and it's a full toss. Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket and hits it towards mid-off for a dot ball. And this time it swung away leg side, down towards deep mid-wicket. And Nicole Faltham will pick up another couple of runs. And now Melbourne Renegades women are cruising along here. There's 23 more needed from 25 balls. Last ball of the over. And that's a flatter ball. Nicole Faltham comes down the wicket and hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. So 12 runs came from that over from Georgia Wall, and Georgia Wall finishes her spell 2 for 24 in her 4 overs. Melbourne Renegades women are 127 for 5 after 16 overs, needing another 22 runs to win from the last 4 overs. So they have taken the power surge. 22 needed from the last 4 overs. Sydney Thunder actually started well while defending this total, but have conceded way too many boundaries. And this partnership, 54 from 31 balls, is taking Renegades home here. So Shabnim Ismail is back into the attack now for Sydney Thunder women. A desperate need of a wicket. They desperately need to break this partnership, otherwise, well, Melbourne Renegades are going to be winning this. Here's Shabnim Ismail. Nicole Faltham on strike. Oh, looking to flick it away, gets it on the pads. And it goes towards short third man. Picks up another single. Leg by signalled by the umpire. They didn't appeal for any LBW, but I think that would have been missing leg. So Georgia Wareham now 1 run away from a half century. And that's gently flicked away. He'll pick up the single, and that's the 50 for Georgia Wareham. What a knock this has been. Under pressure, Melbourne Renegades lost early wickets, but Georgia Wareham has taken the responsibility. She has scored 50 runs from just 29 balls with 7 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 172.41. It has been an amazing knock. Nicole Faltham is back on strike. And Faltham comes down the wicket, smashes it down the ground to mid-off. Good fielding at mid-off. And another dot ball from Shabnim Ismail. Oh, that's short. It's pulled away by Nicole Faltham, and that's gone all the way for 6. It's on to the bank. Too short from Shabnim Ismail. Nicole Faltham helps it on its way. Over deep square leg for 6. Now just 14 more needed for victory. Melbourne Renegades getting closer and closer to picking up their second win in this season of the Women's Big Bash League. Well, Shabnam Ismail is not happy. And this time it's flicked away by Nicole Faltham towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. What a partnership this is. 63 from just 36 balls, this partnership between Nicole Faltham and Georgia Wareham. At one stage they were 73 for 5. And at that time we thought maybe Renegades are crumbling and maybe they might end up losing this, but then this partnership has brought the game back in favour of Renegades. Last ball of the over. And that's a fuller delivery. Wareham flicks it away over the field red mid wicket, and that'll race away for 4 as well to finish the over. An expensive over from Shabnam Ismail. 13 runs came from that over. And Melbourne Renegades women are 140 for 5 after 17 overs, needing another 9 runs to win this match from the last 3 overs. So 9 more runs needed for victory. Samantha Bates is continuing into her 4th over. Nicole Faltham on strike. And it's short, it's cut away towards covers, and Nicole Faltham picks up another single to start the over. 8 more runs needed now for Renegades. They should win this now. Wareham is back on strike. And this time again goes for the sweep, gets the gap, not a boundary. You cannot stop Georgia Wareham when she plays like this. Picks up her 9th boundary in this innings. Just 1 hit away now, Melbourne Renegades, from winning this. And goes for the sweep again. It's in the air. Oh, catch is taken. Catch is taken by Shabnam Ismail at deep mid wicket. Oh, who would have thought an anti-climax towards the end? I thought that was the winning runs from the bat of Georgia Wareham, but a superb catch from Shabnam Ismail down at deep mid wicket, and it breaks this big partnership. But it's too little too late, I think, for Sydney Thunder, because just 4 more runs needed for victory. But it's been a fantastic partnership between Georgia Wareham and Nicole Faltham, a partnership of 72 from 40 balls, which has taken Renegades to just 1 hit away from winning this game. Georgia Wareham has gone after a fantastic match-winning knock of 58 from 32 balls, and Melbourne Renegades women are 145 for 6 after 17.3 overs. So Tess Flintoff is the new batter to the crease, and that's tossed up. Tess Flintoff comes down the wicket, flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. He gives the strike back to Nicole Faltham. 3 more runs needed now for Renegades. Oh, gives herself room, cuts it back to the bowler. Dot ball from Samantha Bates. One more delivery left in this over. Can Nicole Faltham finish it in this over? 3 runs needed for victory. Oh, goes for the paddle shot, Nicole Faltham. I don't think it's gone anywhere. Can they come back for the second? No, they can't. Just a single. Just a single for Nicole Faltham to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Georgia Wareham. And Melbourne Renegades women are 147 for 6 after 18 overs. So Nicole Faltham is on strike. 2 more runs needed from 2 overs. It should be done easily now. Shabnam Ismail is continuing into the attack. And that's a full delivery. It's driven straight down the ground by Nicole Faltham. That'll run away for 4, and that's the match for Melbourne Renegades women. 150 comes onto the board, and that is it. A fantastic run chase here from Melbourne Renegades. They got themselves into early trouble, but that partnership between Georgia Wareham and Nicole Faltham completely killed this run chase. Nicole Faltham finishes unbeaten on 37 from 26 balls with 4 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 142.31. But clearly the pick of the batters for the Melbourne Renegades women was Georgia Wareham, actually, with her 58 from 32 balls. It completely took the game away from Sydney Thunder. Sydney Thunder women actually started well with the ball, but during those middle overs they just conceded way too many boundaries, which always put Renegades ahead in this run chase. And in the end, the Melbourne Renegades women managing to win this match by 4 wickets, and they pick up their second win in this Women's Big Bash League 2025. And unfortunately, Sydney Thunder have suffered their second loss in 2 matches in this tournament. They are still yet to pick up a win. Unfortunate for Sydney Thunder. They lost their first match against Hobart Hurricanes women, and today they have lost against Melbourne Renegades women as well. So they'll be looking to desperately pick up a win in their next match. But all smiles for Melbourne Renegades. They bowled really well. They got themselves into trouble with the bat in the run chase, but then found a way to form a partnership and get over the line. That partnership of 72 runs between Georgia Wareham and Nicole Faltham did the job. The 6th wicket partnership did the job for the Melbourne Renegades women. And in the end, Nicole Faltham finishing the job with a boundary. Sydney Thunder can hold their heads high. They need to work on how to bowl in the middle overs. Too many loose balls. They bowled too many loose balls and conceded too many boundaries. They need to work on that. All in all, a good game of cricket. Melbourne Renegades emerging victorious and winning this match by 4 wickets and continuing their good record against Sydney Thunder women in the WBBL tournament. As we look at the scorecard, Alice Capsey scored 30 runs from 27 balls, but Georgia Wareham with her 58 from 32 balls completely took the game away from Sydney Thunder, and ably supported by Nicole Faltham as well, unbeaten on 37 from 26 balls. It helped Melbourne Renegades get over the line. And as far as the Sydney Thunder bowlers are concerned, Shabnam Ismail picked up 1 wicket, 1 for 35 in her 3.1 overs. Samantha Bates was really good, actually, 1 for 22 in her 4 overs. Georgia Wall was also good, 2 for 24 in her 4 overs. Chamari Attapattu also picked up a couple of wickets, 2 for 24 in her 4 overs as well. But unfortunately, not much success for the other bowlers. An easy win for Melbourne Renegades by 4 wickets, and they pick up their second win in WBBL 2025. So we'll be back again to cover more cricket matches in our channel. Until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a good day.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.